Hey, what's up, friend? Tasha here, and today I'm going to walk you through the simple steps to launch a coaching business or relaunch a coaching business, or I guess you could use these to just make sure that all the things are lined up properly for you to be successful. So this is good for you if, like I said, you're trying to launch something, or if something feels like it's missing and you're not making the sales that you want. I think that the tips that I'm going to cover in here are going to be really, really useful. I do have some notes here that I'm going to reference. If you guys want a copy of my notes, then just go ahead and type notes in the comments. If you want to join the masterclass we're going to do, where I'm actually going to walk through the 4-week checklist and teach you how to do some of the stuff, go ahead and type masterclass in the comments and we'll make sure we get you that information. And if you have any other thoughts on the stuff that I'm talking about, drop that in the comments. I want to hear it. So we're going to talk about what you need to do in order to launch your coaching business. The first thing that I want to cover, though, is what you absolutely do not need. So I made a list here. We do not need 5 reels a day. We do not need expert copywriting skills. We do not need lots of funnels. We do not need to master messaging or whatever the heck that is. We don't need a virtual assistant. We don't need a membership. We don't need an evolved mindset that is ready to handle everything. We don't need to conquer our imposter syndrome. We can launch a coaching business with full-fledged imposter syndrome. I would know. We don't need to overcome our money blocks. What we do need, and like there's two pieces to it. One is what we need, and the other is what they need. And then I'll walk you through the steps. What we do need as coaches is we need to be service oriented and willing to help. We need to have deep love for our target market. When we're starting our business, our biggest differentiator is love. There's this great quote by Ryan Deiss. He says, "How do you beat Amazon? You outlove them." And so, as a small business, I guess we have a relatively large coaching company, but like we're not the gurus. How are we going to beat the gurus? We're going to outlove them, right? So we've got to have love for our target market. The third thing is we have to have the knowledge or ability to make some of the hard things easier. We do not have to solve every single problem for our target market. We do not have to be the best in everything. All we need to be able to do is be able to sit in front of someone and make a hard thing easier. If we have those three things, then we are ready to go. And then what we need to talk about is what they need, what our clients need in order to be able to move forward. So first, they need to know who you are, right? So they need a hello. I guess they call this visibility, but they need to know your name, right? The second thing they need is long form content video, kind of like this, where you're sharing how to make a hard thing easier, sharing an inspiring story, right? They need to actually spend a little bit of time with you. The third thing they need is a result in advance. So they need to implement something that you have shared with them and get a win, a quick win. It can be it can be an aha moment, it can be a mindset shift, it can be a material win, but just like some sort of win, progress. They're like, oh yes, this works. And then the fourth thing that they need is an offer that is a low risk to them. And so how do we go from I don't really have anything going on in my coaching business to the part where we are having our first client? And I went through and I broke this down into 4 weeks. And if you're going to do this in 4 weeks, it's going to take some work. It's not like a 1 hour a day thing, but I broke it down into these big categories because I think it's just going to make it a lot easier to move forward. And I'm actually going to go through the detailed checklist and how to implement some of the stuff in the masterclass. So again, if you like this video, make sure you type masterclass in the comments so that we can get you the invitation to that. So week one, we are going to get clear and we're going to start building. We are going to choose our target market. We're going to choose the outcome, and we're going to do something that most business owners don't do. And I think this is the big differentiator for why our clients do so well and why I did so well out of the gate. My coach taught me how to do this, and this is going to be target market interviews. So we're going to do some target market interviews so that we know exactly what our target market wants, and we also know exactly what's hard for them, and we also know what they've tried so that we can show up with all that love and that expertise and make those hard things easier. Week one, we're also at the end of the week, probably, we're going to pop up a Facebook group because we need a place for our potential clients to gather and be nurtured, and a Facebook group is the best place for that. So that's what we're going to do in week one. That's basically get clear and start building. The second week, we're going to expand and grow. So we're going to work on expanding the network. We're going to work on inviting to the group. We are going to share helpful videos inside the group, something that's like this, that's helpful for them. Now, if you're like nervous to do that, remember your group is not very big. There's only going to be a handful of people to see it. And so it's not like thousands and thousands and thousands of people are going to see your video. So you'll have an opportunity to get better over time. My first few were pretty nerdy. They're probably still pretty nerdy, but as long as we show up to provide value instead of trying to prove our value, we'll have the right posture, we'll have the right vibe about us when we go to do our teaching, and that will be really helpful. So we're going to do one video in our group, and we're also going to put together a freebie. So a freebie is like a checklist or a guide or some sort of tool that they can use to solve a teeny tiny problem that will just help them to be able to take action. So we'll figure out what that freebie is so that we can start giving stuff to clients or potential clients and they could be happy, right? And we want to make them happy. We want to really do a lot of goodwill, which takes us to week 3, which is my favorite week in this whole process, which is when you start doing complimentary coaching calls. So what's a complimentary coaching call? A complimentary coaching call is a free complimentary one-on-one coaching call. It has no offer at the end. They only get one. They're not going to get like 10 complimentary coaching calls. And it allows you to be able to just help them with something, and it allows them to get help and understand what coaching is. Coaching, like if we're coaches, we know what coaching is, but they don't know what coaching is, or they might have had interaction with a different coach who had a different definition of coaching that's not the same definition of yours. And so they need to know what you're all about. And so this complimentary coaching call, it's a lot easier to schedule when it is not also a sales call. So a lot of people will do like 30 minutes of complimentary coaching and then an offer. And I have found in my career that this is not as effective. It is so much more effective to just do a complimentary coaching call, help them, and then at the end of that ask, would you like to know how to work together, and schedule a separate call. There's a few reasons for this. The first reason for this is it's way easier to schedule because they know you have nothing you're going to offer them, and you can tell them this is not a sales call. This is a 100% complimentary coaching call. Now they might still think it's going to be a sales call, but when it's not, their trust is really going to go, and their respect for you is really going to go up. If you do 3 complimentary coaching calls, 2 of those people are probably going to move to the sales conversation. And the other one wouldn't have been interested anyway, so it's totally fine. So you'll be able to schedule more. The second is it just creates so much goodwill, good vibes. You can troubleshoot implementation. They get a feel for what it's like to be coached by you. And most importantly, you get a win in advance. So when you actually coach them on something real, not do a sales conversation, not do like a little teaser, right? Like actually ask them, what is hard for you? Let's make that a little bit easier. Give them some coaching and they feel better, right? And they take action toward whatever it is they want. They're going to see working with you as a low risk situation. The whole concept of coaching, to me, when you think about it, sounds risky. I want to do this thing. I'm going to meet with you every week or every other week. You're going to tell me what to do, and then I'm going to do it. And like, how do I know I'm going to do it? How do I know I'm going to do it? How do I know you can get the best out of me? How do I know that this is going to work? And so the comp coaching call solves that, because if you can coach them and they can take action, they know that the relationship is going to work and they'll be able to see that win in advance. So we're going to add in comp coaching calls in week 3. For 3 comp coaching calls, we're going to expect 2 sales conversations the following week and 1 offer or one client. That's our goal, or that's the framework. Of course, everyone's results are going to vary based on their skills and experience and their niche and right, all of those things. But that's a good framework that we can work toward. And the second big thing we're going to do, in addition to, of course, the things that we already started doing in weeks 1 and 2, is we are also going to line out the path to success. So, like, what are the steps we're going to walk people through? What are the things we're going to coach them on within the bigger coaching relationship? We're going to map all that out in week 3. And then week 4, we're going to keep doing the other things. So, we're going to keep expanding our network. We're going to do a weekly video in our Facebook group, and we are going to invite people to our Facebook group. We are going to do comp coaching calls. We are also now in this week going to do the 2 sales conversations from the week before, which means one of them hopefully will say yes, and we have our first client. And so, hooray, we did it. That's how we launch our coaching business in 4 weeks. When I first started, I did not have a very good process like this. I had put up a podcast. Somebody was like, "Will you come to my sales thing?" And I was like, "I will if you listen to my podcast." And she listened to it. She's like, "I think I want to hire you." I got super lucky, guys. I don't know if I could replicate this experience today or even the next day. I mean, that was a total, like, I don't know if you guys saw that movie by Gwyneth Paltrow, Sliding Doors. Like, what if I didn't respond with that snarky comment? What if she didn't invite me? Like, I don't know what my life would be like today. And so we want to be able to be prepared for those opportunities. And so what I did know, I didn't actually know at that point. Nope. I just said, she said, "I want to work with you." I was like, I don't know, maybe $100 a session. I'll come to your thing and see how you do, and then I'll write you some scripts. And that's how that whole thing worked. And I'm kind of surprised that it worked. I wish I was a little bit more organized when I got into it. After I got kicked around, after I quit my job, like for 4 or 5 months, my coach helped me with these things, and she's the one who shared with me the concept of target market interviews. She's the one who pushed me to not do 3 coaching calls a week, but a day. And the nice thing about them being totally free is people will recommend you, right? And so I did 3 comp coaching calls as many days as I could. I probably didn't do all 5 days, but I'm thinking I probably did like somewhere between 6 and 10 a week because that was my goal. And I was able to fill up my coaching practice with 10 clients or 12 clients or whatever it was within 6 weeks. I also did a workshop as well during that time. And it was awesome. And then I was able to add group coaching. And that first year as a coach, I did 82,000 in revenue. But when I say that, I actually did that amount of revenue between May and December because by the time that April rolled around, I think I had made 1,000 or 2,000 in sales, like not a whole lot. Certainly not that good for a sales trainer. And so when my coach walked me through these steps, it helped me so much. And so I wanted to walk you through these steps as well. If you want these notes, I have the notes here. You can just go ahead and comment notes in the comments. And if you want to join us for the masterclass where I'll actually show you how to decide on a name for your Facebook group, I think we're going to also go over how to do the complimentary coaching call because that's a big deal, and answer some questions on whatever you guys need help with. Then make sure you type masterclass in the comments. So I have to go take Haley to volleyball practice now. I hope you guys are having a great day as you're watching this, and I hope to see you at the masterclass. Have a great day.